morning. Good morning. How are you guys doing this morning? We are going to do some hip work this morning. We are going to loosen your hips. We are going to do, again, a stretch today. I have to take a little bit of a break from working out, unfortunately. I'm off for a week while I let my body heal a little bit. For those that don't know, I had surgery a year ago now. I got implants put in and I'm having issues with one side. I don't know if it healed properly. And it is swollen and uncomfortable. So I'm waiting for the surgeon to get back to me. I am praying that I do not have to go and get like a revision surgery done. Oh my goodness. And I'm off to Mexico tomorrow too, so I'm like, oh, that's lovely. My anxiety is already high. Let's make it worse. So we're just gonna rest and hope that it just does its thing and recovers. Everyone always asks me, are you glad you got them done? At this point, I don't know. I've had more problems than I have not. And because like one didn't heal properly either, one's still sitting up super high and one's lower, so that also isn't really the greatest feeling either. Okay, you guys, let's take it down. We're gonna get started in my absolute favorite stretch. We're gonna get started in pigeon pose here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your knees hip width apart. You're gonna drop your hands so that they're underneath your shoulders. You're gonna bring one knee up to the first hand it is in line with, and then you're gonna flip your foot so that it's touching your other hand, and then you can sink back and down. The goal here is to try and keep your hips centered, so you don't want to be leaning off to one side versus the other. Chest up, shoulders back, and relax. Take some pressure off my chest. I am just going to drop down to my elbows. If this is too much for you, you can just stay up high. One week off of workouts, you guys. I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. We're gonna try, because it's the most uncomfortable thing ever. Like, it feels like my implant is where it was when I first got my surgery. What I'm worried happened is like, you get scar tissue that is supposed to form around your implant, and if it doesn't form around it properly, then it can shift, and that's what it feels like it does on my one side. It feels like it moves around, and oh my gosh. And I can't say my surgeon has been the greatest help either. I feel like he just wanted my money and then sent me on my way. So I honestly would not recommend him to anybody after dealing with what I've had to deal with. Good. If you feel comfortable, what you're going to do is you're going to bring your back leg up and you're going to reach around and grab that foot. If you feel comfortable, if it's too much, you can always just barely lift it off the ground. Do what feels okay for you here, okay? Beautiful. Good. Let's relax. We're going to do the same thing on the other side here. So you're going to come back to hands and knees. You're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So knees going to go to same hand. Foot is going to flip over to opposite hand. And then you can sink down. Good. If it feels comfortable, you can go and drop down to your elbows here. I'm just gonna put them away because they're usually really annoying, but they were just up there sleeping and I was like, they'll be fine. Yeah, no. Just relax and breathe. Beautiful. Let's take it up if you can. You're going to reach around and grab that back leg. Just relax. I'm not going to do a lot of talking today. We're stressed out. Beautiful. Relax. You're going to take it over onto your bum. You're going to flip it over onto your back here, and you're going to bring your knees into your chest for a big hug. You can roll it out here. Stop. Good. What you're going to do is you're going to take one knee and you're going to open it out to the side, keeping your body center. Hey, no, I don't want to cut you in my foot. Just let like gravity take it. If you can go all the way to the ground, great. If not, you're with me. You can kind of move it up higher, drop it down lower, find where the hip stretches for you. Mine is beautiful right here. Good. Let's bring it to center. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. So just dropping that knee down to the floor, keeping the rest of your body center. My hips are tight. My hips are always tight. Especially if you're someone who sits all day, this is for you. Beautiful. Let's take it to center. You're going to go ahead and drop your feet on the ground. Keep them hip width apart. You're going to take one leg up and over that knee, and you're going to pull it in. What you can do is play around with your leg, this foot here that I have moving. You can drive it in, you can kind of twist it from side to side. Find where the hip stretch is good for you, okay? Mine is pretty good center, but then if I lean it to the left a little bit, then I really, really feel it pull. So find that stretch where it hits good for you. Good. Let's relax and take it down. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. So leg up and over. I just did that side, other side, and pull it in. We're losing our minds a little bit today, you guys. See, and you just got to be graceful with your body sometimes. Do I want to take a break from working out? Absolutely not. Do I have to? Yes. And it's okay, because during that time, I can just focus on my eating, enjoy some sunshine. Hopefully I make it there. That's the hardest thing for me, is taking a break from workouts. I love working out. I did go on my treadmill for a little bit this morning because I was like, I have to do something, but I think I'll just go outside and go for like a nice normal walk. It's nothing too crazy. Make sure I put on like 15 bras so that everything is secure. I gotta do something or I'll go crazy. Beautiful, relax. What you're gonna do here is you're gonna take it up. We're gonna do another type of pigeon pose. So kind of like what we just did laying down, but we're gonna do it seated. So you're gonna take one leg over here. You're going to take that opposite foot and drive it in until you feel that stretch. And the goal here, again, is to pop your chest and push it towards that leg. Beautiful. You're stealing my light here, dude. You're like right in the middle of the camera. They don't like it when we go on vacation, so they've been glued to my side. The second my suitcase comes out, they're like, no, I'm not. Beautiful. Think about squeezing your glutes, and again, engage your core, pop your chest forward. You choose where the stretch is. You can try and move, again, your leg back and forth. I feel it most when I do push to the left, but center, we still feel it. Beautiful. Let's do the same thing other side here. So leg goes up and over. Drive that knee in. Ooh, this side is tighter. Just breathe. You're here. We're here. We're doing this. See, if you can't work out, you can still stretch. You can move your body to the best of your ability, okay? Like, I could use it as an excuse, but that's not me. And that's not you guys either. Good. Relax. Okay, we're going to go into a seated twist here. So you're going to take a seat. You're going to pop one leg up and over. You're going to hook opposite elbow, and then you can twist it around. You guys get my back for a minute on this side. Sorry. Good. Try and keep your chest up nice and high. You don't want to be slouched here. You're in the stretch. You're focused. Beautiful. Relax. Let's do the same thing. Other side. Leg straight. Opposite leg. Hooks. Elbow hooks. Chest up and twist. Beautiful. Goodness gracious. Ugh. Beautiful. Relax. All right. Facing forward. Feet together. Chest up. Shoulders back. We're going to do a butterfly here. If you are comfortable, you can go ahead and take your legs out. I am nowhere even near there. Just lean forward. Think about keeping your chest up, your shoulders back. Your back is nice and straight, and you are falling forward. Beautiful. You could do what I'm doing and just rock. Feels nice to kind of hit the outside of the hip, the inside, the outside, or you can just hold. I'm trying to sink down a little bit deeper, and when you kind of move and loosen things, you might notice, again, you might be able to get a little bit deeper in that stretch. Beautiful. Relax. All right, we're going to go into a deep squat here to kind of like really, and hopefully at this point you are kind of loose so that it's not super difficult. I want feet outside of your hips. So you're going to take it nice and wide here. You're going to sink your butt down. Stop. And then what you're going to do is think about pushing your hips to the floor. Your elbows are going to go into your knees. I want weight on your heels, but also your toes are there. They're helping you support yourself. And you're gonna sink down into it. Beautiful. We feel this one. Yep. Beautiful. And again, if you feel comfortable, you can go ahead and kind of rock from side to side here. I'm just gonna hold it. This, we feel this. Beautiful. My dogs have their own couch. They have a dog bed. And I have these super fancy like chairs. Well, they have made themselves a home at the top of the chair. And it's like, I can't even take it away because they just, they're so comfy up there. They rule my house, most definitely. Okay, nice and slowly take it out of there. Shake it out for a second. Beautiful. We're going to take it down to our knees here, okay? Drop it down nice and slowly. We're going to go into a lizard pose. So, taking one leg forward. What I want you to think about here is not so much lunging aspect of it. We're going to open up the hips. So, you're going to do a pelvic tilt and then lean forward. For me personally, this stretch hits like right away. So I'm gonna hold right here. So again, it's all about that pelvic tilt forward, because if we're just like chilling, you're not gonna feel it. So you wanna make sure you engage your hips, then lean into it. Again, for me, I'm here. This is good for me. You might be able to go all the way down, but again, it's not about going all the way down. It's about engaging your hip and then pushing, okay? So make sure you have that engagement. Once you engage properly, you're gonna notice you're not able to go as far as you typically would if you were just to relax into it, okay? I want you engaging. Beautiful. Relax, relax, relax. I'm trying as well. My anxiety always gets so high before I travel, and there's nothing I can do about it but just try and relax, which we have been doing. I was stressed out like all day yesterday, and last night I crashed so hard. Like I laid down in bed and I was out. Usually I can read for like an hour. Even my kid was like, "What are you doing? Like, why aren't you reading, Mom?" We were tapped out. Beautiful. Okay, other side, exact same thing. Pelvic tilt forward and lean into it. This side for me is not as tight, so I can go a little bit lower. Listen to your bodies. You growling about. Beautiful. Stay with me. Just relax into it. It's quiet. I don't know about where you are, but it's quiet in here. My kids are at school. It's peaceful. Don't look around at the mess, okay? Like it's clean where you are, right? Yeah? Okay. Beautiful, relax. All right, we're gonna go into a Frogger. So you're gonna take your hips and knees wide, and the key with the Frogger is to push your feet out and then sink back into it. If that's too much, you're gonna stay here. I'm gonna try and just go a little bit wider and then sink back. For me, we're right here. But again, the key to kind of like really hit your hips is to push your feet out and then sink down. For me, we're here, so we're holding. Beautiful. And then what I like to do in the Frogger is kind of rock from front to back, because it is like a really, really deep stretch for me. So it kind of lets me loosen for a sec And then I can sink down into it, loosen for a sec, sink down into it. Beautiful. Good, let's hold here for about 20 more seconds. This is a nice deep one, so we're gonna kind of hold a little bit longer than all the other ones. Got my little notebook here where I write down all my things. It's like almost full. We've done quite a few workouts, y'all. It's always exciting when I fill a book with workouts. Beautiful. Nice and slowly come out of that. Beautiful. All right. Keep going. We're going to go into a child's pose here, and then we're going to kind of transition from a child's pose to a downward facing dog. All right? Just stay with me. All right. Child's pose. So knees nice and wide. Sink your hips back. Walk your hands. And then you're just going to sink your head down between your biceps. Instead of like focusing on your hands reaching, I want you to focus on pushing your hips back. Beautiful. Good. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your hands in. You can push through your feet to a downward facing dog. You might need to, again, move around a little bit. Pushing back, so not leaning forward. I want you, if you need to, bend your knees and then push your hips back. Beautiful. Good. And back to child's pose. So just drop those knees. Sink it back down. Been doing a lot of yoga, so I'm hoping that when I was doing like yoga, I also didn't hurt it. Oh my gosh. Only I would do that. Only me. Good. We're going to take it back up into downward dog here. You can go ahead and pedal out your legs. Beautiful. Last one here. Down into that child's pose. Let's just take a nice deep breath in. And exhale out. And we're just gonna relax. I'm just gonna be quiet for like 30 seconds. I just want you to like recenter yourself and focus before I send you on your way. Beautiful. Nice and slowly take it up. You guys, that is it. That is all. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you guys feel a little bit looser. We definitely do. We definitely do.